to SUP Starters, your essential guide to getting started as a stand-up paddleboarder. I'm Claire, and in this video I'm going to talk you through the basics of paddling and turning. Being able to paddle forward is a fundamental skill to have, practice and understand, but there's lots of factors that can affect your ability to go in a straight line. Things like the wind direction, the way you stand and how you distribute your weight on the board can have an impact. So here are some helpful tips to get you moving forward in a straight line. First and foremost, hold the paddle this way round. Keep your arms straight and resist the urge to hug the paddle close to your body. Keep your hands wide apart on the paddle, as it creates a lever and allows you to reach further in the water, extending your paddle stroke. Make sure the whole of the paddle blade goes into the water, not just the tip. Insert the blade all the way up to the bottom of the shaft. The greater the surface area you are using to pull yourself forward, the more power you'll be able to generate per stroke, making forward paddling easier. If you're only putting a tiny amount of the paddle in the water, it's going to be much harder. Make sure that the shaft and blade are as vertical as possible. If there is any angle to the shaft, then this affects the blade in the water and turns a forward stroke into a turning stroke. Try to keep your blade and shaft as close to the side of your board as possible as you paddle. If you're pulling in a straight line, chances are you'll be going forwards in a straight line. Swap sides with the paddle to keep going straight. A good rule to follow is about 8 to 12 strokes on each side. There are many different types of turns in stand-up paddleboarding. Some you might see in racing or white water. Others just allow you to get out of the way of hazards on the river. And the general rule for passing other crafts on a river or canal is to be on the right-hand side. So it's important to learn these basics. Turns don't have to be complicated, but they can be confusing when you're starting out. So here are some of the names you might hear in relation to turning when paddling your SUP. There's the forward or backward sweep stroke, the bow turn, the cross bow turn, and the step back or pivot turn. The list goes on. As a beginner, you want to keep it simple. So let's forget the different names and look at the easiest way to turn your board. One of the easiest ways you can turn your board is to put your paddle in at the nose and draw a great big semicircle around towards the back of your board. You do this stroke on the left to turn to the right and the right to turn to the left. It's as easy as that. The main thing is to be aware of your paddle strokes. So take time on still water to play around with your strokes and turns and find what works best for you. You can also do this from a kneeling position to get a feel for how the board moves and what makes it go in the direction you want it to, without worrying about your stability. Focus on feeling how the paddle engages with the water and moves the board, and after a while, it will become automatic. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video, and I'll see you again soon for another edition of SUP Starters.